Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, feel most welcome. And for the returning subscribers, I'm really happy to have you back, okay? Today is one of the best days in my life because we are doing something that I love doing. If you've known me through my videos, you know I love nature, I love a green space, I love. Oh my goodness. Today, our president has given us a public holiday, which is on a Friday, so that at least everybody goes to plant trees, right? I don't know if you have this thing in your country. Let me know in the comment section. Because for us here in my country, Kenya, every year we must have one day that is specifically set aside to plant trees, and everybody has to do that. So the only way to make our country green and also to protect our space. And by the way, guys, let me know what these rains have taught you. In my country, Kenya, we've experienced floods for the past like almost a month plus, and it's not just the normal floods. It's a flooding whereby houses are sinking down, whereby rivers are coming up in the middle of your compound, and I don't know what's really happening. I think nature is taking us back to its course, because it seems like back in the days we used to have rivers in spaces where we are experiencing like sinking of homesteads. Rivers are coming up in the middle of your house, and it's a whole chaotic mess. Like a whole village is being swept by water, and it's not just water, massive water. Like, I don't know, like, I think back in the days there used to be rivers where we are constructing our houses currently. And at some point, I feel the government has failed us, because for you to put up your house, the government has to approve it. Meaning, the time the rivers were there, the government by then had not approved those spaces to be constructed. But as time went by, some people gave others authority to go and construct besides rivers, and also in the middle of the rivers, they blocked water from passing, and that's why you can see we are experiencing all that, right? I don't know if you've seen the case in Mathare, like Muradi, pale Muradi. I lived in Huruma, na ilikuwa Huruma hapo mpaka wa Huruma na Muradi. So it means kabla hawa watu wa Muradi wajenge, politicians have been there wakiomba kura. Hawakuona hawa watu wako karibu na mto, they are within the 10 meters away from the river. Sahi hadi watu wabebwe ndio watu wanaenda kusema tokeni hapa, let's demolish these houses. Who gave the landlords the authority to construct kwa hizo riparian lands? For me, at some point, I blame the government. Ndio hizo nyumba zijengwe hapo, zilipata authorization from the government, and ndio hao watu wajenge hapo walinunua from somebody, wakapata title from the government, because we only get titles from the Ministry of Land. So I think it's the high time pia government to fail on that side. For me, I blame the government, because we are all citizens and we are out here to look for money. And sometimes we don't even think at hizi vitu zitakuja kuhappen hivyo at one day. So I don't know. May God just be with us. May God ni Mungu tu tutasema aje, okay? So without much talking, for those who have been affected by the floods, I'm sorry for you. May God give you strength. I know we have people who have lost their relatives. They don't know where they are. They don't know where to trace them. They've lost everything. Like, this rain has been floating on top of people's houses, meaning it went with everything. You've lost everything. It's only God who can console you at this moment, because that's beyond human. And in today's video, I want to show you what I'm doing. That's why you can see I'm taking you around my compound. This is how my compound is looking currently. This other side, I have where I throw my trash. It has been raining, by the way. I have not been able to burn this trash, But I have to go buy paraffin so that I pour it on the trash to make it easy to burn. It's a lot, by the way. So for me, when it comes to tree planting, the way I understand it, it depends on where you are. I know we have people who are living in the cities where you can't plant a tree. What's there, the only thing you can do is to conserve the trees that are around you, right? But for those who are in a space where you can plant your own trees, make sure you do so. And when it comes to trees, for me, a tree is a tree. Whether it's a fruit plant or it's just a tree, when it comes to attracting rain, I don't think the rain chooses between whether it was a fruit plant or it was hizi mamiti za kawaida. So just plant a tree that you can get. For me, I plant fruits mostly because where I am, it's in the village, but see interior in the village such that the only thing you can put up here is a fruit, because I can call it maybe a gated community in a way, if I may say. So the only thing you can put up here comfortably is a fruit plant. That's why you can see I have so many fruits around. And even before the public holiday was declared, I had already planted some fruits which are coming up. I have some guavas, right? I had planted some guavas. Look at my beans, the ones we planted the other day. I told you I will harvest these beans in Jesus' name. And I'm just about, next week I am thinking of looking for somebody to come help me dig this farm so that at least my crops can grow comfortably before the rains disappear, because they are gonna do so in less than a month or two, right? So for today's planting, I have some pawpaws that I want to transplant. If you can remember, I planted the pawpaw have just showed you, or the one I'm just about to show you, this one exactly. I planted this pawpaw last year in can I really remember the month? I don't remember the month, but I planted it last year. As you can see, it has already given me pawpaws. Have been eating these pawpaws, and the good thing about this specific plant, it never dries, such that you can never lack a pawpaw from this plant. Zinaendaga zikizaa zikipanda. So the more unakula hizi ziko chini, uko juu tunaendelea tu kuzaa. There is no one time utakaa bila pawpaws, and that's why I love them so much, right? So let me just show you the ones that I want to transplant. So for me, my crops were carried by the floods. That way you can see I have planted again. And I know they are going to be a very deadly famine come the few months we are approaching, because most of the people and even the counties that give us food, all their crops have been swept away, or most of the crops, meaning they are going to be a very huge famine. That's why I decided to replant again, so that at least I have something in store before situation gets worse, right? So I don't know if you've noticed, I have so many fruit plants around, so I only fix where I can get a space like this area. And the one thing I have learned when it comes to planting, if you are just constructing your home, or if you're just starting planting trees on your compound, don't plant your trees alongside the perimeter wall. Kitakuramba. Look at my perimeter wall from behind. Hizo ni plants, hizo ni matunda zimemake hiyo ukuta ikae hivyo, juu zinabeba maji zinamwaga hapo. And anytime the wall can collapse, anytime the wall can decide to go down. So an advice to somebody who is planning to plant trees on their compound, don't take them don't plant them alongside the wall or just next to the wall. Make sure ziko ndani kidogo like these bananas. Hizi ziko sawa zenye ziko hii side, but zenye niliplant at the other side, I don't know what I was even thinking, and zinanipea hofu juu with these rains hii ukuta inaweza enda chini anytime. Fingers crossed, ikisurvive well and good, if it goes down well and good, right? So these are 2 holes. And something else, if you're planting your trees or if you're planting your fruit plant, I'm specifically talking about fruit plants because that's what I'm planting today. Don't dig a very deep hole. The soil has already soaked enough water. If you happen to dig a very deep hole, it means when it rains, water will first flood in that hole and carry the plant. Okay, so make sure umeinua the kamchanga. This is what I'm planting, by the way. I have this purpose, and I also have this apple. Nilipanda apple seed na imenipea haka ka apple na ni twingi. So I'm gonna introduce apples to my compound because I don't have any. Just praying that zita work ama zita grow too. Something I can add on top of planting fruits: never say this fruit does not grow in my country. Go try it. We have counties whereby you can find almost all the fruits you can ever think of, and it's because somebody took a step of faith and decided to give it a try. All right. Before, I used to say watermelon cannot do in my village because of the soil. But right now, I have some watermelons. I used to say that apples zinameaga maybe outside the country ama uko. I don't just say something cannot grow in your farm before you've tried. So if apple can grow in my farm, there's a land I have planted apples na zili work magic, zilizaa vizuri actually, apples mzuri tamu kabisa. So just give it a try. Kama ni apple, panda. Kama ni seed uko nayo na kitu ungependa kupanda, panda, badala ya kusema huku haimeagi na ujai try. So for me, I feel so good. As you can see, when I've planted my trees, my plants, my fruits. So for my Kenyans, let me know if at all you went to plant trees ama hii floods imekufunza nini. By the way, I'm thinking watu watapanda miti sana juu hii ka flood. At some point ni lack of trees ama kujenga in riparian land ama kufanya tu whatever we've done ama tu nature by itself. And it's my hope it has taught us a lesson. Make sure you plant a tree. Happy tree planting day, my fellow Kenyans. I love you all. And for anybody watching me, just know that I love you so much and I appreciate you. Look at my wall. Look at my perimeter wall. It's because of the fruits that are planted next to the wall that are making it soak water like this. Fingers crossed this wall might survive or collapse. So right now I've just come back to the house, freshened up, and I woke up very early in the morning. I've just come, freshened up, and this is the breakfast that I'm having, so that at least I start the day or I just enjoy the day, right? Thanks a lot if you've watched the video up to this point, and in case you're not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing and join my channel membership.